The word commission in mathematics is a small amount of money you get after selling something, or maybe after your work done, right? So that should be something. It can even be the company owner, right? So maybe the commission is the amount that you give to your workers on something that they've done or something that they say. So what I mean by that, if I say send me an amount or maybe any item that costs $10, and then I'm going to give you a commission for maybe let's say $2 out of that, right? So that is just the commission you are getting on selling this thing. Okay, now let's have a look at this question and see how best we can understand it. So before we get to the pure exams question, now let's see how to understand this thing better with our own word example. So now assuming you are giving an item, let's say I give you this board marker, right? So the marker here is costing me, let's say $20, right? And I say sell this. If you're able to sell this thing, I'm going to give you the commissions of what, commissions of let's say 5%, right? So maybe let's change this one to 5%, right? So this is the commission that I'm giving, and then we are told to find your commission at the end, right? So the amount that, so find your amount or your share, your commission here. Now the trick here, this is the lay down or maybe the lay down procedure that you must follow. Now this is the percentage that I'm giving you out of selling this marker at $20, right? So it means that the percentage is 5 on what, on 100, and then multiply by the total amount that you have been given, that is 20, right? So that is the lay down procedure. So always you need to know the percentage and then the total amount that you are selling the item. So you need to calculate this thing and have your answer down. So give me the answer to this thing in the comment section, bro. So whatever you get here is going to be what, your commission, right? Okay, now should in case any guy is missing, what I mean by that is that this guy may not be given to you, or you'll be giving the amount here, or maybe the percentage will not be given to you, and so on and so forth. So how do you go about that? So here's a question. We are told that a trader, right? So a trader. So I always involve myself in the question. So I can see that I am the trader, right? So the trader's commission here, according to the question here, is 12.5, right? So 12.5%. So this is the commission that you get after selling. We don't know what you are going to sell. So the sales made in what, in on every month, right? So you are going to give what, 12.5% on any sales that you make what, per month, right? Okay, now if your commission, right? So look at the question very carefully. If your commission, this is the commission that you are getting. So this is the commission. This is the rare amount that you are getting. If your commission is equal to maybe an amount of $35. Is that okay? So now what is missing? We are missing, of course, you want to find the total, right? So the total says, so these are the total sales that we want to find. The total sales at the end of what, every month. Right? So okay, now this is exactly what we are asking to find. We remember we need three things, right? So here is the percentage here. Now we are giving the commission, and then we want to find the total. So what I said earlier on is that you need your percentage. So this is the percentage, also 12.5 here on 100, right? And then multiply by the total. So the total is missing. That is equal to what, the commission. The commission is of $35. Are you there? So here is the commission. The commission is for 35. This guy is missing. So once everything is missing, what do you do in mathematics? We know already that in mathematics, if anything is missing, you need to replace that by what, a variable. So what is missing here? That's the total, right? So the total says is missing here. So we are going to replace this one by just a variable. So we are just calling that a variable to be x, right? So here's a lay down procedure. We have 12.5, right? So 12.5 on what, on 100, and then multiply by what, the total, which we are calling x here, right? So the total here. So you need to name that, right? So let x be the total. Is that okay? Okay, so perfect. Now that is going to be equal to the commission. That's, in this case, that is $35, right? So we have an amount of $35. Okay, don't go other way around and go and do something if that looks a little bit complicated for you, right? So this is the basics. So if anything is missing, whatever you are missing, you are just going to replace that by what, a variable. Now how do you proceed? You know how to do this thing. That's 12.5 x here, right? So let me use a red pen here so that you can see clear. So this guy multiplied by this, that's giving 12.5x, and then everything divided by what, 100, and then that's going to be equal to 35. So you know how to do this calculation. So the 100 is going to multiply the what, 35 here, so meaning that we have what, 12.5x here, right? That is equal, this guy multiplied by that, that is what, 35 multiplied by 100, right? So at this point here, what are we going to do? We are looking for the values of the x, which is the total sales here. So we are going to divide here by what, 12.5, and then divide everything by what, 12.5, right? So here we are having your x to be equal to 280. So this is what's the meaning of this, right? So the value here is going to be the total sales for the month, right? So the total sales here, we have our x here to be equal to $280. Is that okay? If you are getting some value from this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if you have any question or anything that you want to see relating to this topic, or maybe a different topic, right? So you can comment down below. Okay, now let's see in the case where we don't give, or we are not giving any figures here. So what we are just dealing with is also a variable. According to the question, we are told that an agent, right? So maybe this can be an agent of anything, maybe any, now let's say maybe you're an agent of a real estate, right? So maybe anything that you can think of, right? So this agent receive, maybe you are the agent right now. Always involve yourself in the question, right? So let's say you are the agent, so you receive what, X commission, right? So use the first one, the X commission on what, every sales of a product, or P, right? So here's a P. So maybe I don't know if you use a different marker for verification, right? So this is the product. So now we are giving the X commission on what, this sales that you made on what, this value, and then moreover we're also giving what, the Y percentage, that is the commission on what, every every Q item, right? So every Q item that you also say here, right? So these are the two things that we are dealing with, the X on the P, and then what, Y on the Q. Is that okay? Now if the total says for a particular day where what, $2,000, so you have what, $2,000 and $7,000 respectively, right? So meaning that this guy is going for the total sales here on this thing here, right, per day is going for $2,000, right? So 2,000, and then this one is also going for what, 7,000, $7,000. Is that okay? So respectively, so pay attention to that word very carefully. Now what was the total commission of what, of the agent, right? So we need to know your total commission. We are dealing with two different items here. Now this is the first one, then this is the second one, right? This is the total sales on that, and then this is also the total sales on this one. Now you know how to deal with the commission. So for us to calculate the commission on this one, that is going to be, so if you remember the definition, we know that the commission here we are having what, X percent, right? So X percent, that's the X on 100 multiplied by what, the total. So the total is 2,000, right? So $2,000. So this is going to be what? And then what about here? Here we are also going to have the Y on what, on 100 and multiplied by the total. That is all the $7,000, and then it's got to what? Is that okay? So this is how you find the commission. So here we are going to just cancel this zero, and then this 20 goes away, right? Can you see that? They are multiplied. Whichever way you want to multiply this is accepted. So this one is going to be, we are left with a Y multiplied by 70. So here we are going to have 70Y, right? So don't force yourself to ignore the variable. Since we don't know what exactly the percentage, just go according to that. So here too, we are going to have a 20 cancel out here. So here you have a 20 X to be what, our commission, right? So these two people give us the total commission at the end, since we are dealing with two different items. So here the total commissions of you being the agent here, your total commission here is going to go 20x, right? So 20x, and then multiply by what, 70y. So this is what your total commission at the end. Is that okay? The commission is a small amount of money you get for your work done. So what I mean by that, if I want you to sell me this marker at an amount of $10, I'm going to give you $2 out of that. So if you're able to sell this marker at what, $10, your commission is going to be $2. Now here's the question: we have a trader that's gets 12.5% on what, a monthly sales, and then that trader gets a commissions of what, $35. Is that okay? So this is the percentage of what we are giving you out, and this is what we get at the what, at the end of the month after selling any of our item. Now we are told to find the total sales, right? So the total sales, we need to know the total sales before we can determine the amount of giving. But according to this question, we know the what your commission, right, and the percentage. So how do you go about that? You have the 12.5% mean that 12.5 on 100 multiplied by this x here is the total sales, right? So the total sales is what this is what you need to find. So let's see how to do that. For you to find the commissions of any question or any item being given to you is that, by the way, the meaning of the commission is that is just a small amount of money you get after selling certain thing, right? So maybe if I say you should sell me this red marker, any amount that you are going to get on this thing is what you are calling the commission. So assuming the cost of this marker is $500, and then I say if you're able to sell the marker, then I'm going to give you the commissions of $50. So that's just a small amount of the total distance. Now, for you to have any commission down here, one, you need to know the percentage, right? The percentage being given to you. So in this case, assume I'm giving you the 10%, right? So the lay down procedure is the percentage being given to you, that is the 10 on 100 multiplied by everything. That is the lay down. This is equal to the commission, right? So this is the laid down procedure that you must follow, right? So now that is exactly what you have to pay attention to. Should in case anything is missing, you need to find out. These are the three strong guys you need to know in what solving any commission problems in mathematics. One, the percentage of the commission, and then two, the total, right? So what I mean by the total says, and then finally maybe your commission. Is okay. So the idea is that the commission is selling something. If you're able to sell that thing, you get a percentage out of that, right? So now if I say you should sell this body here, that is costing $1,000 here, and then if you're able to sell that, I'm going to give you the commission of what, $100, right? So the percentage here is the most important thing. So that is the 10%. So these are the lay down procedure. So the percentage here means that 10 on what, 100, right? And then multiply by the total. So the total here is, or in this case, is this what, $1,000. This is equal to the commission, right? So this is what the lay down procedure you must follow all the time. Should in case one person is missing, you know what to do in mathematics. You just need to replace that by what, a variable, right? If this guy is missing, just replace that by what, a variable. Anything that's missing, just replace that by a variable.